In a dimly lit apartment, 22-year-old Emma, a struggling single mother, cradles her crying newborn as hunger and despair close in. The fridge hums behind her, nearly empty, just like her options. Desperate, she types a heartfelt message asking for $25 to buy baby formula, intending to send it to a local aid group. Her fingers tremble as she presses send, praying for a miracle. But within seconds, her heart drops. She sent it to the wrong number. A complete stranger. Panic rises in her chest. She stares at the screen, torn between shame and hope. What if they laugh? Ignore her? But what if they respond? That mistaken text, born out of desperation, is about to set off a chain of events that will change everything, not just for Emma, but for the stranger who receives it. A simple plea, a wrong number, and a chance for unexpected kindness. In a sleek, glass-walled office overlooking the city, Michael Carter, a wealthy CEO in his 40s, pauses during a meeting as his personal phone buzzes. He's a man of logic and numbers, not sentiment. The message seems like a scam, asking for $25 to buy baby formula. He's about to delete it, but something stops him. Attached is a photo, a newborn swaddled in a thin, worn blanket, cheeks hollow, eyes closed. Something about the image pierces through his usual detachment. He stares at it longer than he means to. Despite every instinct telling him to ignore it, he types back. Who is this? Are you okay? It's unlike him, completely out of character, but he can't shake the feeling that this message wasn't a mistake. For the first time in years, Michael feels something stir deep within. He doesn't know it yet, but this one reply is about to change his life, too. As texts bounce between Emma's cold apartment and Michael's pristine office, a connection begins to form. Emma, hesitant at first, opens up. She lost her job, has no family, and shelters are full. She never begs, never exaggerates, just quietly explains her truth. Michael, used to boardrooms and bottom lines, finds himself moved by her raw honesty. Her courage and restraint stir something human in him, something buried. Without hesitation, he sends her $200, enough for more than just formula. Emma is stunned, grateful beyond words. Then, a simple question from him breaks the wall entirely. A soft knock at Emma's door breaks the quiet. She opens it and freezes. Michael stands there, unexpected, holding a grocery bag and a small stuffed bunny. For a moment, neither speaks. Her eyes well with tears. I wasn't going to come, he says gently. But I wanted to see if you were real. You are. Emma, still in disbelief, invites him in. Over tea and baby giggles, they talk, about her struggles, his regrets, and the silent strength she's carried alone. Michael doesn't see a helpless woman. He sees a fighter. A mother. And someone who deserves far more. A few months later, sunlight pours into a cheerful daycare center, its walls painted with tiny handprints and laughter echoing through the halls. Emma stands tall, cradling her baby with one arm and helping a toddler with the other. She's no longer surviving, she's thriving. Thanks to Michael's quiet generosity, she received childcare, job training, and a role at one of his nonprofit programs. She smiles, proud and peaceful. It was never about the money, Emma says in voiceover. It was about someone seeing me, and choosing to care. Down the hall, Michael watches. Silent. Changed. Not as a CEO, but as someone who finally understands the power of compassion. In a world often too busy to notice quiet cries for help, one mistaken text became a lifeline, a bridge between two strangers from opposite worlds. Emma's message, born from desperation, found its way not to a scam folder, but to a heart ready, though unknowingly, to open. Through a single act of empathy, Michael rediscovered a part of himself he'd long forgotten. And Emma, once on the brink of despair, found not just support, but dignity, purpose, and a future for her child. This story is a reminder that compassion doesn't always wear a cape. Sometimes, it arrives in a text. Sometimes, it just takes one person to care. Because kindness, even from a stranger, can rewrite a life.